Alright, welcome back to another Ergo Benjamin video. Today's video will be on EGIO, and we're just going to be talking about this one because of the quick launch of the beta of Monster Pub Brawl. So we'll take a look at that when that actually does come out. Looking at ErgoGames from a long point of view, we've got just a lot of stuff coming together here, right? Looking at some of the stuff that they want to do, basically gaming, and the incentive that not play to earn, but it's fun to play and you're earning at the same time, right? So not that earning would be the main point of any game, but it's just kind of like one of those side things, right? Obviously it's taken place and done all its things on its roadmap, and it's IDO'd on ErgoDex as of 2022-05-01. As far as the team goes, you can see that if you're a goat user, a lot of the team is primarily the people who also build Ergo goats, right? So that for me isn't so much a conflict, I don't think, and I think that having a team that has done pretty well on a NFT project is also probably good to have them working on something gaming wise as well. Total says 850 million tokens. However, that is actually false. I believe that after a burn, it actually is now closer to 530 million. So maybe, yeah, maybe if they can get that properly put in there. Otherwise, we'll look at it later. But as of now, just assume that's 850 million. Small overview. ErgoGames, gaming, blockchain, general stuff there, but if you want to read it, it'll be in the description. Values, NFT as an analogical equivalent of a key. Just basically using NFTs in the best shape and form that can be used in games and contribute to Ergo, right? The vision is important. They want to build and deploy games. They want to showcase games. They want to create a space where developers can receive direct input from the community. They want to promote and host game tournaments, and they want to host both educational classes on building games and game jams. So putting more games on Ergo through ErgoGames. Alright, continuing from the vision of ErgoGames, we'll now be looking at the roadmap. Q4 2022, they're expecting to have the official proof of concept game 2, DigiGoats 1.0 holiday or charity event, host first ErgoGames.io game jam with prize, and host first series of game development education courses. So that's all sounds really, really cool, right? Looking at the services, and I believe that this does look right though, as far as the timeline goes for things that they wanted to do, right? Q&A, AMA. I've done one of those with ErgoGames, so yeah. So the original game building, they've got obviously Monster Pub Brawl and DigiGoats. DigiGoats would be their NFT project, but Monster Pub Brawl is just raising and fighting your NFT monsters. So I think it's cool. I think it's something that's kind of it's not taken super seriously, but you know, this Monster Pub Brawl thing could be huge, right? Yeah, that's all in a roadmap too for Monster Pub Brawl, I think. Yeah, game and D-app posting. So obviously they're going to be hosting for other games and D-apps, right? So I would compare this kind of to like a Steam homepage or like just any website that has a bunch of games on it, right? So they'll have Cyber Citizens Beyond, Cyber Citizens on that website, and Dark Pool on that website. I'm really, it's not called Dark Pool, I don't think. Or maybe that's what it got changed to. I thought it was something else, but we'll say Dark Pool for now, temporary. So yeah, Cyber Citizens, Sigma Valley, DigiGoats, and I think a lot of people they miss out on this stuff here. Actually, they miss out on the white paper in general, right? So we got Blitz TCG, that's gonna be cool. Cyber Citizens, Proof of Concept plus games, Night Owl. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people go raging about Night Owl. If that's onboarded on ErgoGames, that's huge, right? Proof of Concept Plus. Basically just an interactive thing for users to use and talk about games and whatnot. I myself am huge on the education programs. I think that it's important for everyone to know how to learn how to program these types of games using the APIs, stuff like that. So I think that's really, really cool. And yeah, they're doing a good job of trying to get people building, and in turn, hopefully they're building back on ErgoGames, right? Hosting tournaments and game jams. Basically just gaming. People gaming, people chilling. It's basically AMA. Quick-witted programming to create a game in a small amount of time. Often game jams will put limitations. Only allowed to use 2 keyboard buttons in a game or requirements. Teacher of fire. Yeah. So you basically get a time limit to create a game, and that is what it is, right? But in general, it's just people gaming at the end, because that's what will likely be happening, right? EGIO token. So this is where the staking kind of gets interesting, right? So looking at it, there's airdrops, there's in-game currencies, there's voting, there's events. But based on this, there's also staking tiers as well. So just like there's staking tiers in ErgoPad, there's staking tiers in EGIO. I would compare these staking tiers more to basically just like being more like an NFT drop, like kind of just like being along for the ride. It's hard to. ErgoPad is more of an IDO. You get early access to the IDO. This is just early access to NFTs and NFT gaming. So that's probably the most simple way to say it, right? Tokenomics, as I mentioned, this is crazy right here because it's not mentioned on ErgoPad, and I feel like a lot of people see that supply and they freak out. 800 million. It's really only 580 million based on this number, with 270 million burned. Maybe that information's wrong, but there's 2 conflicting sources. We're 5/1/2022. I believe on our thing here we've got 5/1/2022. Doesn't say what this distribution was updated to, so I'm not really super sure. Perhaps that's something for ErgoPad to do. As you can see, there's also the team right here. A lot of the same people that are working on DigiGoats, and they've been doing phenomenal work. If you haven't checked out the AMA, there's some cool stuff going on with DigiGoats. I'll put something in the video right about here at this point for that, right? Ergo blockchain info, just kind of talking about what Ergo is. ErgoGames.io, initial project proposal paper. There's some interesting stuff in here. We can take a look at it, but I'm not sure. Not really. I mean, I'm not going to read it to you, right? But there's some stuff going on here. Deliverables, resources, tokenomics, right? And I don't know if this is right because it looks like a lot of this got burned. So once again, this would be another question for ErgoGames. And maybe they can comment underneath this video and give me some more insight into, or I'll comment after knowing officially what the actual supply cap is. Just because I want to make sure I have everything covered, right? But as of now, I'm going to emphasize this in the video because it's important that these numbers get changed if they are in fact wrong, right? Conclusion, appendix, Screaming Ergo Goat Wine Club, right? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Let's check out the website because I like a good website just as much as the next guy. Monster Pub Brawl Alpha is coming this October. Staking your EGIO will get you access to that game. They also have all the other games that are going to be on here, right? So TCG, Sigma Valley, Proof of Concept. This is likely the competition coding that I was talking about. Cyber Dino, not sure what that is. I believe it's just an actual dino. No. That might actually be the entire game. It's the Cyber Citizens Apartment trailer. I thought that had Cyber Dino in here at one point. Maybe not. We'll have to find out. Monster Pub Brawl, though. That looks like a cool game. DigiGoats, Ergo Mummies. That one was not even mentioned, but that one is huge, too. I am so pumped for Ergo Mummies. They'll get their time to shine eventually. Dark Pool, and just a bunch of other stuff going on, right? So, Tokenomics. I don't know if it says anything different here. Yep, it says tokenomics here. And it says that there's 270 million burned. So if we're going off the website, which I believe would probably be the most up-to-date thing, that's what the supply is, right? So 580 million, not 850 million, right? And that's a huge difference. I don't think people understand that 270 million tokens is a lot of tokens. In fact, I bought at probably 2-3 weeks ago, 155 ERG would get you to platinum tier. So 155 times 270 is 41,850. So that's roughly 41,850 ERG. Or if we want to get the dollar amount on that, then it is around $120,000. So it's something to take note of, I think, because that is a lot, and Ergo is only continuing to grow. So huge in my opinion, right? A lot of this is also vested and locked. So when they say 580 million, there's about 46.4 in company reserves, and then about another 145 million in the staking rewards, which is 25% of the supply. So no, it's gonna take a while for that to run up and kind of go on a drought, right? And as of now, I believe current APY is 27%. So even 27% on platinum is gonna get you what, 270,000 EGIO. So it's going to take multiple years for those staking rewards to be eaten up entirely. And at that point, there's probably going to be a system in which the actual money spent on Ergo using the EGIO tokens are vested back into the contract. If not, it's still 25%, and it's also 145 million tokens, right? So I think that's huge. There's some advisory shares. There's also 46.4 dedicated to the team. So that in itself is like 80 million plus another 145. We're basically looking at a 245 million token deal here, right? I mean, if we're getting marketing, liquidity locked. So yeah, like 240 ballpark. If you want to do the math, just take ErgoPad staker round plus seed round plus public round, plus airdrops, and yeah, you'll get your amount of tokens, right? Moving forward, they have a donation link. You can donate here and get some good donations, right? So 10,000 Luna Dog. Crazy. All donations are appreciated, though. I probably should get onto this pool at some point. Perhaps Ergo Benjamins, right? In all seriousness, though, EGIO is a solid project. They're building, they're expanding. There isn't really a goal to this video besides to inform people about what EGIO actually is. I do want people to be informed, which is why the next video is going to be on ErgoPad, and after that we will probably go on to either the auction house IDO, or we'll move on to the Paidia IDO that happened a while back. I also think it's important to remember that a lot of these tokens are down, and there's extremely high volatility associated with these tokens. That's just a given, I think. I don't think that there's any way around not having high volatility with these tokens, especially being on a small blockchain. But with high volatility also implies high reward, and high reward also, or the implication of high reward also implies high risk. So with that said, I'll leave you guys with that, and yeah, make sure if you guys are interested to head over to ErgoGames.io, get yourself staked up with some ErgoPad or EGIO, which you can get on ErgoPad, and from there, more specifically, the Spectrum DEX, which is phenomenal, and the Ergo block times are way down. So yeah, so that's all I'm going to give you with today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.